How's everyone doing? I know most of you aren't even in here yet, but for those of you watching this later, I'll just occupy the time a little bit. I got most of the van fixed today. Um, there's, I've spent so much money on this van already, but it needed it. So I bought the van. That was like $1,500, $1,800, and then it needed the gas leak fixed. It's fixed. It needed a fuel pump. It got the fuel pump, and then brakes, rotors, and then the whole suspension, the whole front end suspension was done today. That's shocks, that's ball joints, that's bushings, that's control arms, the whole shebang. And I'm in debt now. But thankfully, the mechanic is letting me be in debt, so that's pretty cool. What's up, Darren? How's it going, dude? For those of you are watching this later, don't forget to smash the like button. For those of you watching now, don't forget to smash the like button. I'm out here in Arizona. Hey, what's up, Wasteland? I'm out here in Arizona. As you can see, the van's a bit of a mess just from bouncing around on the drive out here. Um, but I'm chilling, dude. I'm rolling up I bought some shake because it was cheap. And then I spent basically the rest of my money on the van. I just got most of it fixed, and I couldn't even afford the repairs. The mechanic's gonna let me pay him when I get paid again next month, just to get me moving down the road. So that was pretty freaking cool that he let me do that. I'm not gonna lie. He's gonna get 5 stars for me. I recorded a lot of it, so you guys are gonna see a video of the van getting repaired. Big shout out to Roche for letting us do the work there at his place. Um, did the brakes and the rotors at AutoZone. Did the gas tank and the fuel pump and the fuel line at Roche's, and then did the suspension. Um, I did the suspension at AutoZone, right? Just tearing shit apart in the AutoZone parking lot. Let's see. Let me catch up on comments. Darren, what's up? Wasteland, Mischief Maker, hit the like button. Always forget. That's what's up, dude. Hit that like button. Smash it. It only takes a second, and it actually does help me. So, believe it or not, it really does. In fact, any really attention to the channel helps. Comments, and you're just hacking that algorithm, man. Like killing that YouTube algorithm. It just says you got some travel funds. No, dude, I don't have any funds. I spent the rest of all of my money on the van, and I'm broke. I'm flat broke. And it's the 5th. What is it? The 6th, 7th. It says the 7th. I honestly have no idea how I'm gonna eat this month, and I'm pretty sure this month has 31 days in it, so that's fun. I honestly, I figure like I really needed to get the van fixed, and I would just kind of cross that bridge when we get there. I have under $100. Um, so I just got some dinner for tonight and breakfast for the morning. And dude, food's expensive. I don't have travel funds. I am just super grateful right now that the van is running much better. Um, and the van's running better, but it's still not done yet. I still need to get the alignment done since we just did all the suspension today. The alignment's way off, and that's going to be like another $200, and that's going to have to get done next month. That's just the way it is. But I could tell that it's off quite a bit. I'm not really sure what my next move is. I would like to get the travel funds to boogie on down the road. I do have mail in Vegas that's waiting for me at my mailbox, so I do need to get to Vegas and check that. And honestly, I would like to make it to Reno. Um, but, it is what it is. I, I I had to get the van fixed, and I'm really just trying to dig myself out of the hole that I was in when my engine blew. Hey, what's up, Smiling Jack? How you doing, dude? How hot are you still in Slabs? How hot is it there, man? How hot are you guys cooking yet? It's probably not too bad. It's like got to be at least 100 though, right? It's kind of like that time of the year in Slabs where you're not really sure what the temperature is going to be. Daryl, what's up? Darren was in here a minute ago too. How y'all doing? 16 people, 10 likes. Gas fund tip jar time. Yeah, dude, if anyone wants to throw me some gas money, food money, like that, now that the van is doing all right, I still owe the mechanic some money, so I'm gonna have to pay that next month. And I'm gonna be sucking wind next month too, but I just still owe the mechanic money, and I will be, let's see. Yeah. If anyone wants to send anything, it'll just be going towards food and gas. You know, that's what I'll be spending my money on. But I just kind of went into debt to get the suspension fixed, which it really needed it. Like, you'll see in the video how bad the old parts were. But I was, for one, when I had that fuel leak, I was really worried that the van was just gonna burst into flames. Like every stoplight, every stop sign was just stressful because I knew it was getting hotter under there. At one point, this guy in a diesel truck went past me and just smoke was rolling out of his engine, and he was in my blind spot, and I didn't know that he was there, and all I saw was a bunch of black smoke behind me, and I about shit my pants. And then he went past me, and I realized it was coming from his exhaust running all rich, rolling coal. But it scared me, like genuinely. It took me like 10 minutes to calm down, thinking that for a second I thought, oh shit, all my stuff's about to burn the fuck up. Hi from Chicago. Just came across your channel yesterday. I've been binge watching your videos. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I like Chicago. I like Chirac. I've been there before. Played tourist and went to the Sears Tower lookout room and like walked out on the glass like overhang. Went and saw the Bean. Chicago's all right. I'm glad that you enjoy my channel. Welcome to the shit show. I'm your host, Zig and Zag. Zag's right next to me, by the way, in the passenger seat, just kind of looking at me, asking why I'm saying her name. You should do $1 a joke, don't pay if you don't laugh signs, and vlog it. I looked on Craigslist yesterday and today trying to find like some gig work that I might be able to do. There's really jack shit here in the Prescott Valley. But like I said a minute ago, I do need to get to Vegas because I have mail there that I need to go pick up. So if I could get gas money to get to Vegas, that would be cool. From there, I at least have a free spot to camp. I've got a bathroom and there's a water station there. And I'm headed that way anyways. Sorry, I'm just looking for... My van's a bit of a mess right now, as you can see. But I'm looking for my water. And oh, I see it. It's on the other side. Ugh. Yeah, water, the thing of life. Heat wave on the move, 60s to 90s by Friday. Where are you at in Oregon? You're on like the I-5 corridor, aren't you? What's up, Rasta Billy? What up? Hopefully I'll be able to do some traveling videos here soon. My only concern right now is my alignment with driving really far. It is off. So I will chew through my tires. Like the tires are going to get unevenly worn, and then it'll be more expensive than it needs to be. 10-4 125 west of Bend. Oh, okay. It's 90 or better in slabs, Jack. Yeah, I mean, I didn't go to slabs this year. It seemed like this year was a bit of a shit show, though, to be honest with you. 114. You trying to go back there? Go back there. What? Come here. Come on. Everyone wants to say hi. You gotta look at the camera, not me. There you are. There you are. I got her a cat collar for a cat collar for cats because it has a bell on it, and it also like breaks free. So if she's hooked to a long leash and she won't get hung by it, it'll just open. How about spray painting the back windows? You know what? Like, I do need to figure out a solution to privacy back here at nighttime, because if I want to watch TV, like you can see in, it's like a fishbowl. Um, so I want to get some of that Reflectix and then like put it on some cardboard, glue it onto some cardboard, and then put some like material around it and so it looks like not trashy. And then I'll just put them into the windows, and it should do the trick. That's what I'm hoping. I'd like to still be able to see through the windows when I'm driving, instead of driving a big ass blind spot with tiny mirrors, because the mirrors in this thing are pretty small. You may be in the Sierras by the time I hit Reno. Shit, dude, I don't know when I'm gonna hit Reno. Right now, I'm on a holding pattern. I'm on a stand. Like I could spend the last little bit of money I have to fill up my tank and get the hell out of here, but then I'm completely broke and I turned all my money into gasoline. So I'm not really sure what to do, and the van isn't even completely fixed yet. For one, it needs the alignment done, and two, apparently, it does need motor mounts. It really just needs one motor mount. One of the motor mounts needs to be replaced. It's not broken, but it's sagging a little bit. So that's gonna both be something I gotta figure out. I gotta take care of. But I've already put so much money into this van already. Like everything I made at Country Thunder, and pretty much all of last month's check and this month's, plus the donations that you amazing people have sent. And look, even my joints are getting skinnier. Like I'm rolling like pinners now, just to conserve. I should probably switch to my pipe, to be honest with you. I conserve it more in a pipe than I do when I roll it, but I prefer rolling it. So what's up? How are you guys doing? If I'm in the Sierras by the time you're in the Sierras, like if I'm near Reno, then yeah, that'd be cool to hang out for a minute. Dave Lowe is up there. Dave Lowe, I don't think he's here right now, but he's one of my moderators. He's up there at the moment. It'd be cool to see him. I didn't get to see him this year. He was in slabs, and I didn't go through slabs. So, oh, someone's pulling in. I'm at a trailhead, but it seems like it's not very busy most of the time. And there is a road right here, like a dirt road that I've seen some people drive down. I saw a truck and a trailer come out from this dirt road yesterday. But damn, that thing is blowing white smoke out of the back end. But I yesterday didn't have very good suspension, so I've been just limping this van so far. I expected this. You're buying like a $1,500 vehicle. Used to be a $1,500 vehicle back in the day. It was like turnkey. You could at least drive it for a while before you needed any serious issues. But those days are gone. So I got the $1,500 vehicle, and I've gotten to put I think I've put about fucking $1,500 into it so far. There's Dave. There he is. Ears burning. We were just talking about you being up in Reno. You still up there? I got the suspension fixed, Dave, and I got the fuel leak fixed. And I had to the fuel pump was replaced, fuel line was replaced, and then today it was everything: the control arms, the shocks, the bushings, the sway bars, ball joints, all of it on the front end was done, and my alignment is now off. Obviously, it was already obviously off because the tire was doing this going down the road, but now it's definitely off, and I need to get that done, and I'm just flat fucking broke now. Wasteland Soldier says, "How am I doing? I'm watching a homeless man after I finish my day at work. Go figure." Well, you're complaining about your own choices? That's interesting. Why are you complaining to me about it? I can't help you make better choices. If you're not really enjoying the channel, then you know where to go. You know where the like back button is. What a weird troll. How was work? I mean, if you're gonna troll, let's at least chat. How was work, dude? What do you do for a living? How hard did you work? I did my struts on my van last month, 2002 Chrysler, $1,000. Yeah, I think I said that. I definitely spent about $1,000 on the suspension. It's not an airport. No need to announce your departure. That was a weird troll. Him like, God, go figure. I worked all day and now I'm watching a homeless guy. Why did I make these choices? I'm mad at the world because of my decisions. It's weird. It's just you're gonna need to get all those suspension bolts retorqued in about 6 months. That's good to know. Finally got my Social Security approved. Bought a trailer to live in an RV park in Calapat. Fuck yeah, dude. You're close to home. You're so close to home. Have you been to Slabs yet? Like, I mean, to be honest with you, staying in Calapat isn't bad. It's probably bougier than an island. You're gonna have power, you're gonna have water, so that's pretty cool. That was my favorite homeless person. Actually, my second favorite. Mad Mac is my first. I have a home. It's right here. Like, I'm broadcasting from my home, you guys. My my struts need done, need tires. It's never ending. Yeah, it's true, man. It's never ending. What's with the trolls are out today? Is it because it's like after work? I have live streamed during the day most of the time, but now you guys are all off work and you're like, you know what? I'd like to wind down at the end of my day by trolling people on the internet. That's how I relax. That's funny. The internet definitely gives everyone a voice, doesn't it? You know, like everyone has a voice. You have a voice. I have a voice. We all have voices. Some people choose to use their voices like appropriately. Some don't. I live in my Tesla. It's not the room, so it's not the roomiest. Dude, Teslas are like I've considered it. I've definitely considered it. Like though, does your Tesla, if you're being honest, does your Tesla have camping mode where you like push the button and like your climate control stays on and all your outlets stay on, but everything else turns off? I think that is the coolest thing that Tesla has done. I would love to see like a Tesla van, like a high top van, like the Sprinters or whatever, and but a Tesla. I think that would be sick with a camping mode on that and on the deep cycle batteries those things have. Been back to my old camp in the Slabs a couple times. Raven, do I know you? Is your old camp the tent city that was there as you pull in before on the left before the mountain? I'd rather live on the road than have a home, Daryl says. I I've been kicking around the idea of going into Babylon, I'm not gonna lie. I just don't know how I would do it. But I've been kicking around the idea of getting an apartment of some kind. barking across America. I get it. And the Tesla. That's cute. I dig that. When I lost my house, I needed something that was gonna be pretty much maintenance free. How long are those? Like, how much maintenance are do those? I'm not gonna lie. I like the electric vehicles. That might divide me from some of my coal loving friends and oil loving friends in here, and I don't hate oil either. I think that, like, there's gonna be a place in the world for oil for a long time, but there's definitely a place in the world for electric vehicles. And if you roam around the country as much as I do, and you see the difference in the money it costs to move this van from here to Oregon than it would like an electric vehicle from here to Oregon, it's no comparison. So I would dig it. Yes, adventure every day. I got my license to fish. Priuses have that feature most hybrids do. I was looking at a couple of Priuses when I looked at the van too, because I do know some people have lived in Priuses. The only thing, there's no maintenance. The only thing you have to do is buy tires. There's got to be maintenance sometimes, right? Like a battery pack goes out, you got to replace it, but it's not as often as this thing. What about the suspension? Is there really no maintenance like for the suspension? I wouldn't say you are homeless. I don't know. People all struggle with life choices. I mean, I don't mind getting called homeless. Yeah, I am. I don't live in a house. Like, this is my home. I, I don't find it as insulting as some people, and I don't find it insulting, even though some people mean it to be insulting. For me, it's just like, if you need to label it, that's fine. I don't live in an apartment. I don't live in a house. I live in my van and I roam around the country. At least I'm freaking trying to. Um, but right now I'm just trying to climb back into a van. Electric vehicles and electronics rock. I love them, but if they all shut down, can you imagine? I mean, I am not. I don't, I'm about like 90% sure that most vehicles from like 97 and on, the government could probably just push a button and turn them off if they wanted to. That would literally not surprise me. All right. Let me catch up on some comments. Y'all are lively today. Oh, the warranty covers the battery. That's cool. And the suspension. Tesla sells it as maintenance free. Comes with a 120,000 mile battery. And believe it or not, like, they're not actually as expensive as you might expect. I saw some for sale for like 16 grand. Mischief says unless it gets wet, voids warranty. I know they were having trouble with like charging in really cold conditions, but I'm on my way to spearfish right now. Where's that at? Where's spear? Oh, you're on your way to spearfish, like to go spearfishing. What coast are you on? Raven says no. My camp was over near the hostel. Austin built that huge structure that looks like an upside down boat. Yeah, I know. I know who's living there too. He's a fucking scumbag. He actually ripped off this old man, Jack. He was just in the comments, but ripped him off for a bunch of money out of his bank account, like hacked his account and stole a bunch of money, ordered a bunch of stuff on Amazon using his own name on Jack's account. Long story, but yeah, I know what structure you're talking about. What's up, Shed Gang? What's up, Critter? You can get a base model right now for 12 grand. Yeah, that's not terrible, honestly. That's not terrible. And they're quick, man. I have a friend that has an electric vehicle and it surprisingly has a lot of torque when you hit the fucking gas. It'll put you in your seat and like take your breath away. Like 0 to 100 in no time. $40 grand for a new battery. It'll be cheaper. Like the batteries are just gonna get better and cheaper. Like any new technology, when it comes out, it's expensive. It's in high demand, but How you been doing, buddy? Thanks for asking, Critter. So, I guess I could update everyone. I'm gonna have a video coming out soon. I've just got to edit it. I just finished filming it today. Um, but I have been all right. I just got the van almost. So we're like this close to getting completely fixed. It just needs, really, right now, it just needs the alignment and a motor mount. One motor mount. Um, and once that's done, like once the suspension's done, all right, let me start at the beginning. I bought the van, right? In the beginning, I bought the van, and there's some work that it needed. Suspension. It was also, I thought it was running rich, but it was actually leaking gas. So that gas smell I was smelling wasn't it coming out of the exhaust, it was coming from above the tank. So new fuel pump, new gas line, and that's done. That problem's fixed. And then I did brakes and rotors. It also needed brakes and rotors, so I did the front brakes and the front rotors. It still needs a back brake pads, but the front's done. Front is where like 90% of your braking is anyways. So that was important. It was metal on metal. They needed to be replaced. The rotors were shot. So got those squared away. And then did the ball joints, control arms, bushings, shocks, the whole front end, the whole suspension kit was rebuilt today. And I'm in it for, like, right now I have spent about $3,000 on this thing, and I still owe the mechanic some money that he is, dude, this mechanic, his mobile mechanic, and you're gonna see in the video, he has been all right, man. Like, he did the work today knowing full well I wasn't going to be able to afford it, knowing full well I wouldn't be able to pay him until next month, and now it's just the 7th, so it's like 3 weeks away. um and he was like, cool, took a handshake, and now I need the suspension or the alignment done, but that was all my money. Like, I'm out of money this month. I have a little under $100 to make it the rest of the month. I'm not really sure how I'm gonna do that. But the van really needed the work. I need my home to be able to, like, I need it to be okay. I can't be worried about a wheel flying off or it bursting into flames. So now I just got to worry about chewing through my tires a little faster than I need to, and the motor mount. There's one motor mount that, like, I have to buy the whole motor mount kit, which is like $100, and then the labor. So, like, it's just one thing after another. But I'm just seeing, I'm so like, it's safe now. It's safe to drive. The wheel's not gonna fly off going down the road, and the gas isn't like pissing out of the back. I have an electric golf cart when gas goes away. Nice. Ravens, it's good to know Austin's massive structure is there. Some asshole burnt my trailer down. What a waste. Yeah, dude, it'd be like that sometimes. Um, I have seen some pretty awesome structures and slabs go down. I think the coolest structure I think that I ever saw that got burned there was a long time ago. But it was the A-frame. There was an A-frame that was built there, and they had this really, really cool off-grid air conditioning system out in the desert that did a really, really good job, and it got burned down. It's right across the street from Causes. Well, it used to be. Now it's somebody else's camp, but that A-frame that was there was really cool. Yummy's house got burned down. Yeah, I just got the donation from Carol Critter. Critter says Carol's gonna give you $10 to help out a little. Hopefully a few others can follow my lead. Yeah, I appreciate that. I did just get that. That's awesome. I'm super grateful. Got the first 10 on it. A few more of those, I might be able to make it the rest of the month. Fuel line's fixed, won't blow up. That's true. The fuel line is fixed. It shouldn't blow up. But when it wasn't, dude, it was leaking a lot of gas. Like, I would put $10 in it, and I was able to drive about 10 miles before my gas light came on. So it was like $1 a mile. It was getting pretty silly. I was like losing probably, I would say, a gallon of gas for a 10-mile trip. Like a lot of gas was coming out. But either the fuel pump right there where it connects to the hose, either that plastic doohickey was broken or the O-ring in the fuel line, and they weren't sure, so it got all replaced. Yeah, I appreciate you guys. Critter says, right, we know how it is, homie. We know how it is, homie. Yeah, dude, I appreciate that. That $10 will help. Like I said, any money that I get now is gonna be going towards gas and food, so I can get the hell out of here. I just got a $15 thing of shake for weed, and I think that'll be the rest of my weed for the month, unless some. Oh wait, that's not true because I might have gotten some. I might have some in Vegas from a friend, so um, I might have a little bit more. Who knows? But in any case, I can't buy anymore. I'm not gonna be. I'm gonna be, I guess, quitting weed. I really just needed my van fixed, so I'm actually a bit. Honestly, I'm a bit stressed out about it because I usually am not, like, I'm not out of money on the 7th, and today's the 7th, and I'm not sure what I'm gonna do for 3 weeks. Go get stuck in Vegas, maybe. We'll see what happens. I'll probably be live streaming a lot more because so you guys will get to see more of me. 32 folks in here and only 19 likes. Who doesn't like me? Who doesn't like me? Instead of fuck you pay me, be, instead of fuck you pay me, just be like fuck you like me. It's a weird thing to like put in there, a like and a dislike. Facebook should add the dislike though. Facebook needs a dislike option. Even all of their like reacts are all positive ones. The only one that can be remotely negative is the laughter one. But they don't have like a boo. They tried to put it in there for a minute, but didn't happen. Didn't stick. Fuck you, like me. Thanks, Daryl. Daryl says I liked. Hell yeah, some of you guys did like. I appreciate you. Let's burn together. Man, this was some like not not impressed, but it's biscotti and it's 17%. Um, it's shake. They grinded up a bunch of like their plants, but it does at least seem to be buds, and you got to pull through this. There's some stems in there too. Dead and Company residency at the Sphere. I heard about this. I've been wanting to go inside of the Sphere. I keep hearing really good things. They've got like, I think it's a daily show called the Sphere Experience. And then they do concerts in there sometimes. So I haven't been in there. I've just seen it from the outside, and I gotta say, like, it really does add something to the Vegas skyline. I like it. I think it's pretty cool. But I haven't been inside yet. Something is better than nothing. It's true. Something is better than nothing. I'm super grateful. I got $10 from Carol. Popping the donation cherry for the live stream. Thanks for doing that. Cheers. Cheers. Take the edge off. Yep. Honestly, like, I'm trying not to be stressed about the future because right now I'm fine. I got some food down here. I'm gonna cook for tonight. Um, But the reality is, next week I have no idea how I'm gonna make it the rest of the month. Raven says, just hit your like button. Thanks, dude. Thank you. You guys want to see my view? Who wants to see my view right now? It's pretty windy out there, which is why the windows are kind of rolled up. But let's see. Let's see. Oh man, it's like zooming in on the. It's like zooming in on the, or I'm sorry, focusing on the window because my window's all dirty and reflected. But it's pretty out there. So remember, I am using, I've had just a streak of bad luck, man. My old phone is right here, all smashed up. I don't know how well you can see that. I have insurance on it, so I'll be able to get it fixed, but that's a $250 deductible. So I'm just gonna have to keep paying for it every month. And then I owe the mechanic for the work that he's done. Plus, I still need an alignment and motor mounts. And I'm broke. It's been a shit show of a winter, but I have a roof over my head, so I'm starting to crawl out that hole. Hi, Carol. There you are. Thank you. Good to see you guys. I also need to get Zag's nails trimmed. I used to do it myself, but one time I cut it too short and it bled and she cried and I felt terrible and I cried. And ever since then, it's been kind of a stressful thing for me and it's a stressful thing for her. So I just take her in to have it done. And I need to do that too. It's time for her nails to get done. That is awesome. I would try to get a cactus and regrow and plant her. What? You mean like harvest a cactus from out here in the desert? Dave says spread some cheese on a broken cracker. There's all my links, you guys. Thanks, Dave. Appreciate that. My PayPal is also Zig0420. Dave, I would like to make it to Reno. I would like to get to Reno. If I could get to Reno like within the next week, I would be stoked about that. I don't know how the weather is up there, but that was kind of my like goal for the month was to get up to Reno, and now I'm not sure I could get out of Arizona. Yeah, they sell cactus plates here for good money. Dude, I don't know if I have the room in here to be growing cactuses all over the place. Zag would fucking hate that too. I wouldn't mind having a terrarium. So, like, or what is it? Is that what it's called? A terrarium when you have like a bunch of plants and stuff in a sealed container? If I go to Vegas, though, there's definitely a higher possibility for some work. There might be some work there I can do. So, I looked on Craigslist here and there really wasn't any, but next month, if I can get to Oregon this month, next month I've got work that I can do. I just need to get to Oregon first. Just had to replace the whole rack and pinion system in the front. $700, so I'm broke, wiped out my savings, so I feel you. Dude, yeah, that sucks. I know a couple other people that are having engine issues with their vehicles right now, and it's killing us all, man. It's killing us all. Hit last snow 2 feet high, Sierra. Hope it's the last heat wave on the move. Hit last snow 2 feet high in the Sierras. Hope it's the last. Yeah, everything's getting warmer down here. I still feel like I need to get a higher elevation. Right now I'm at like 5,000 feet. Critter says my front room is wall to wall with houseplants. Did you get the Cashapp right? think so. I have my link tree. I should have posted it. I think it might be in the description of this video. It might be. Um, in fact, all my links might be in the description of this video. I can't use like YouTube and live stream at the same time unless I had a second device and I had internet. But you know as well as I know that we poor out here, and I'm doing the best I can. I do have this microphone and tripod right here, so it looks like I know what I'm doing, but um, but it's not hooked up at the moment because my phone's charging, and I can't charge it and use the microphone at the same time. I think you got the Cash App right though. Zig0420. 47 different plants. If I had four walls and a roof, I would definitely have plants all over the place. I think I would definitely be growing plants. Like they're the easiest. They're such an easy hobby, especially if you get plants that are like resilient, like spider plants. Um, are you doing hashtag 0420? Zig 0420? That is my Cash App. So, Dave, if you go to pretty much any of my videos, you could find my link tree. And in my link tree has all my links. My Honda turned 200,000 miles, still runs great. Thankfully, the RV park across. RV park only costs $450 a month, and that includes Wi-Fi. That's not so bad, man. That is not bad at all. $450 a month. And if you got AC, like it makes it way more bearable, you know, in the summer months, because you know as well as I do, it's about to get hot. Yeah, that's my Cash App. Cash tag Zig0420. Someone just sent me a donation on there. I don't know why it's not showing up for you. Does anyone else have that problem with my Cash App? That doesn't show up for them? That was my roundabout way of getting you to my Cash App. Let's see here. Yeah, cash tag capital ZIG0420. I've had that happen before looking for my Cash App, though. That's definitely been a thing that I've dealt with. Oh, yeah, definitely got two AC units. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, Dave. Um, Let me see if I can send you this. Hmm. Hang on, I'm gonna try to send you something, Dave, and then I'll catch up on comments. There's that G. Let me know if you get that. Yeah, you definitely need to put the dollar sign first. If you don't put the dollar sign, it may not find it. Summer has hit early already high 90s here. Dude, that's not early. I've been in slabs for 420 and it's been 100 degrees. But the last few years it's been like chill. Like it hasn't been too hot down there for 420. I was in the Phoenix area for 420 this year, like southern Phoenix. But it's weird. It fluctuates. But high 90s already. Calipat's not so bad. You got the donut shop right there, dude. I like the donut shop. They got asada fries. Their asada fries are good. Daryl says raining and muddy here. Can't wait to go metal detecting and fishing. I want to go metal detecting with you. That'd be a fun hobby to get into. If I could figure out a way to bring a metal detector with me, um, when I was like going to the festivals, that's all I was thinking. Like, I would love to go through the fairgrounds with a metal detector and just, I bet you'd find so much stuff after these festivals or like the Country Thunder when it was just huge. Critter says we've been stuck with tornado warnings all day. That's scary. It's been windy here too, but I don't think I gotta worry about tornadoes out here. And Queens Market makes a great pizza. You know, like there is a debate that has raged in slabs for some time about whether Queens Market has better pizza or if the donut shop has better pizza. I don't know. I'm up in the air about it. I've gotten some bad pizzas from Queens Market, but I've gotten some not so decent ones from there too. Even with the link, it's not working. That's fucking weird. I just sent you that link. That's weird. I don't know. Daryl says, I found some cool stuff last year, a few old coins when you were out metal detecting. How old were they? How old were they? I do know that the biggest golden nugget ever found in Arizona was in quartzite, and I guess it was like a 10-pound gold nugget someone found with a metal detector. Maybe even bigger, I'm not sure. Carol says we go metal detecting occasionally. We have one too. That would be a cool little hobby to have, I think. Like it would just give me something to do while I'm out here on the road. Yeah, I have a high dollar detector. Yeah, I mean, I can't afford no high dollar anything these days. Fitter says I'm sending you 5 to see if it's working. Yeah, I did just get that 10. But yeah, you can send me 5 to see if it's working. I'll let you know. I don't know if you guys can hear my phone buzz. But I just got, yeah, I just got that. I don't know why it's not working for us, Dave. Send me yours. Send me your cash tag. Mischief says always carry a gold pan. I don't know how to gold pan. Carol says ours was like 100 on sale. I got 5 on it. I got 5 on it. You guys can't hear the buzz. Sometimes it's a text or like a notification or an email. Um, so yeah. Um, I have been having some like technical difficulties, I think. I I just got a text from Alicia asking if I can see any of her comments and I can't. Her comments aren't showing up. My text messages have been coming in all weird today, so I'm not really sure if it's because like my signal's all funky. I'm like right on the edge of Babylon, and I had to drive down this hill to get signal because I found a free camp spot up there. It's like a campground. It's completely free and it has a vault toilet, and there's no garbage or anything, so you got to haul everything out. But it's cool because it's in the pine forest and whatnot, but there's no cell signal up there. So right now I'm at the bottom of the hill. Mischief says YouTube it, you'll learn it. I've only dredged in 90s, so pan slicing all new, know how to prospect. Now that song is stuck in my head. I got 5 on it. And if you want to have 5 on it, I do believe the links, all my links are in the description of this video. Dude. What do you think, Zag? What do you think, good girl? She's just sitting here on my lap. Earlier, I couldn't get a call out from my phone, but we've had off and on storms here. Hey, you guys want to see a cool ground score I got? I got this at Country Thunder when I was driving the golf cart taxi, and it spins, so it could be like that, and it's pretty bright. But then it also has that, and it's magnetic on the bottom. There's nothing here to magnetize it to, but yeah, it probably fell out of someone's golf cart, and not one of our drivers, because I went on the radio and asked if anyone lost their flashlight. I did end up recovering like a few lost things from our drivers. One of which was Alicia. She lost her phone at one point, and I ended up calling it, and someone answered, and they said they were inside of the venue, so I had to go inside of the venue and find them. And it turns out it was a state trooper that had her phone somehow. We weren't sure how that happened, but got the phone back. And then another customer, another driver had lost their speaker, and I didn't know it was theirs, but I found a nice JBL speaker on the road, and I got on the radio and I was like, "Hey, did anyone lose a speaker out of their golf cart?" And nobody answered, and so nobody said yes. So I was like, "Sweet." And then like I was listening to it all day, and it was like late that night. Somebody was like, "Hey, did anyone find a JBL camouflage speaker on the ground?" And I was like, "Yeah, I found it. I got you." And so it was just uh yeah, I got to find everyone's lost shit a couple times. And then I lost my phone, and we had to do the like find my phone thing, and it was out in the parking lot, and it had gotten driven over a bunch of times. But I found it, you know. But I found it. Alicia definitely helped with that one. Hey Zach, come here. Let's put you over here. I got 5 on it. I'm honestly like, I hope I don't have to fly a sign, but um, that's definitely crossed my mind. It's never been something I've done, but it's not like below me either. But that would get me to Reno. Johnny says, "I love watching you. You're not homeless. You're just homeless." But the world is your home. Like, it's cool, man. I don't mind being homeless. It's actually, this was by choice. Like, I maybe some of you don't know my story, but once upon a time, I worked for the state of Oregon, and I worked behind a desk, and I wore a tie to work every day, and I made really good money, and I owned a home, and I was absolutely miserable. And I remember thinking one day, like, oh, I can't wait till I get paid so I could buy whatever the fuck that I wanted to buy. I had 3 cars in my driveway, 2 motorcycles. I had more stuff and money than I knew what to do with, and I was kind of miserable. Um, so I decided to hit the road. But then that kind of has led to this, like, my at the time I had just came back from Iraq, and things have kind of gotten worse for me. So I really don't. I don't know. I would never want to work behind a desk again. I'll put it that way. I'll never work in a cubicle again. Carol wants to know if you can sell true military gear in a Goodwill without breaking the law. That's a really good question. The answer is yes. You can sell military gear in a Goodwill or a military surplus store or on eBay if you'd like to. Obviously, there's some things you can't sell that belong to the military, like sensitive items, night vision goggles, or optics of any kind, really. Lasers, those are all sensitive items. And weapons, you can't sell military weapons in a Goodwill. But any of our uniforms or our rucksacks or whatever, like, absolutely. The point of the First Amendment is free expression. Like, people can sell goods of all kinds. These items don't just forever belong to the military. Once they issue them to you, they expect that they give you a new set of uniforms every year, and they know that those old uniforms are eventually gonna get tossed away or donated or whatever. Like, that happens. Um, I'm not a big fan of stolen valor, obviously, but at the same time, like, the First Amendment means that somebody can wear our uniforms and they can say whatever the hell they want to say, and it's completely protected speech. When stolen valor becomes a crime is when they do it for monetary gain. Like, if they get a job saying that they're a veteran, and they're not, or if they get a discount or anything like that, or if they get like a grant. If they do any sort of monetary gain, then under like, if they fake documents saying that they're a veteran, then that's actually a crime. But if they're just verbally saying, "Oh, special forces," um, I was a sniper, that's not actually illegal. That's free speech. They can also wear uniforms. It's it's socially stolen valor, but it's not illegal. It's just frowned upon. Shanky says, plus your positive attitude would get you at least 100 per day with a sign. Jesus. I don't even know how to do that. I would hope that it would be, I wouldn't want to do it in Vegas. I'll tell you that much. Goodwill Donation Center. Don't buy anything. So my dad worked for Goodwill when he passed away. Um, and what I will say about when he passed away, how quickly they handled all of his death benefits was super reassuring. That was really, really helpful at the time. Um, like, it was very stressful time, obviously, but they gave us, like, my dad's death benefits so fast, and they were compassionate about it. And my dad actually liked working for them. So I know that it's all kind of corrupt, though. Like, Goodwill's kind of a shit show. Everything they get for free, and then they sell it for nearly used or nearly new prices sometimes. But you find some wins in a Goodwill every once in a while. Critter says, so they don't sell the items we would want the most. Yeah, like the weapons and the lasers and the optics. We had some fire retardant military shirts donated, but we weren't sure we could sell it. Yeah, totally. You could absolutely sell it. You're absolutely fine. You guys work at a Goodwill? Is that what you do too? Um, Typically uniforms aren't expected to be turned back in. Not if they're like the fatigues uniform. Sometimes your dress uniforms are expected to be returned, but if the soldier doesn't return any item, and it's not a sensitive item, if it's just like their dress uniform, or if it's their rucksack, a lot of guys kept their whoobies. If they kept any of that stuff, the military just charges you money, and they take it out of your final check. And if that doesn't cover it, then they just take it out of your taxes. But they get their money one way or another. You're in debt to the U.S. government. And you go through something called CIF where you have to turn everything in. You only have to turn in 3 sets of uniform, but in your entire career, you might have like 20 sets of uniform all over the place, like just all over. And they'll have different shades of funk all over them too. So you got to keep kind of like when you wear a uniform, you got to kind of keep the pants and the top together. Otherwise, it'll look super like clashing and mix match because you went out into the mud in the top with a different pair of pants, and now you've like changed your pants, and that mud is kind of like seeped into the uniform forever, and so it like clashes. So you got to kind of keep your training. It's a science. Rec items resale now. I understand won't live long. Won't live long wearing it. I assume you're talking about the stolen valor. It's pretty easy to vet check people if it's like I've done it. There's a guy in Slabs who's been doing this for years, running around saying he's a Marine and a sniper, and I know for sure he's full of shit. I know for a fact he's full of shit because I remember talking to him and I was like, he was like, "Oh, you were in the Army? That's cool. I was in the Marine Corps." And I'm like, "Oh, that's neat. What was your MOS?" And he was like, "I was a sniper." And I'm like, "That's not an MOS." I was like, "That's a qualification that, anybody can get." But I was asking what your MOS was. And then he was like, "Oh, I forgot." So you forgot your MOS, which for those of you who don't know what an MOS is, that's your job. That is your military occupational specialty. It is your job in the military. It's like what you're doing there. And he told me he forgot what his MOS was. And it's like going to college and then forgetting what your degree was. In any case, like he's still in Slabs and he still goes around saying that shit. Maybe there, but each Goodwill area is its own entity under the same umbrella, but not all one. Ours does tons of free programs, but 20 miles away. In Michigan, they don't do anything for the general public. I know when I worked for the state of Oregon, I worked in the at the employment department as a vet rep, and we worked with the Goodwill Employment Center because they had some people there doing similar jobs to what we were doing for the general public, where we were veteran specific, but sometimes our worlds would collide. So we had to work with a lot of the employment representatives around the city. Darren says, "Okay, 9 on the dot." What does that mean? 9 on the dot? Is it 9 on the dot? It's 6 o'clock here. 7 o'clock on the dot. Yeah, Goodwills are all pretty much separated, but like I said, when my dad liked working for the Goodwill he was at, and um I meant to text my caretaker. Bro, you're still in the live stream. That's so funny. Okay, 9 on the dot. Whoops, I meant to text my caretaker. How does that even happen? Did you know head vet rep into airplanes? What? Did you know head vet rep into airplanes? What? I'm trying, dude. I'm trying. I wish there was like one of my hobo friends around that does fly signs that would like show me the ropes because I know there's a bit of a science to it. I just don't know what that science is because I've never really done it. I get weird stuff at ours. Got a mic and sent it to cause. Oh, you got a mic. That's cool. Where are you guys at? You said you got to be near Michigan. Are you in Illinois? Isn't that near Michigan? I'm really hoping to be in the Upper Peninsula this summer. I think our smoke really got him. We had a safety meeting with you too. Yeah. Park it at GS. Yeah, I know what you meant microphone. You got a mic incentive to cause. Park it at GS. What's a GS? Y'all are blowing my mind right now. I'm trying to read this live stream. I'm pretty buzzed, but Indiana, Michigan state line. Oh, yeah, Indiana. Well, I was an I. I got Illinois. It was like John Stewart. I'm sensing an I from over here. I don't know if anyone remembers the South Park covering Jonathan Stewart, but that was awesome. South Park did a bit on them, on that guy. Yeah, close. Ugh. I'm just like, I've spent so much money on this van. And I really, really am so close to it being finished. And now I'm out of everything. Gas station and signs say car repairs left me stranded, need gas to Reno. Hey, Cote, what's up? U.S. Army vet. I've thought about doing that, like disabled vet, um, out of gas. Living the life. Hey, how's the new property doing? You guys enjoying it? 2 hours to Illinois, 10 minutes from Michigan. Well, shit, if I can make it to the Upper Peninsula this summer, then, and you're like kind of nearby, I don't know if you want to go visit the Upper Peninsula, but that might be the closest I get. If I can get to Oregon by the end of this month, then I have work for next month, and I will be like able to go to do a couple of festivals with Alicia on the East Coast. I just need to get to Oregon because I would have to have somebody watch Zag because I can't bring Zag with me to this event. I can't work and watch Zag at the same time. It'll be really hot. She wouldn't be safe. So I'd have to have someone puppy sit Zag and fly out. They'll pay for my flight. I work for basically a month and then I fly back. But first, I got to get to Oregon, and I just got this. Yeah, I'm making moves, Cote says. Yeah, I just got this van all fixed up for the most part. Like I said, it still needs the alignment done, and it needs one motor mount. One motor mount. So I got to buy all the motor mounts so they can replace the one motor mount. and 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 then I can boogie on down the road. But yeah, I got no traveling funds. I got no food funds. I'm basically gonna I paid for the van and I'm like living on hope now, I guess. But I got a roof over my head again, which is a big relief. Like there's a lot of wins in the fact that I'm broke, so there's like the silver lining in it. But the other shitty thing is the registration's about to expire this month, so I would also like to get the hell out of Arizona. Go to a state that doesn't recognize the little stickers. If you can, you'll watch Zag. That might work. There's not too many people that I would trust to watch Zag. There's a couple of people up in Oregon that I would trust to watch Zag. But it would be like close to a month that I would be gone. Maybe like 3 weeks to a month I would be gone. Not really sure exactly. And it would be, I think like the 6th, I would have to be there. So it would be early next month I would be taking off. But right now, Dave, I'm like 13 miles away from you, 12 miles away, I think. Maybe like 11 to 13 hours driving away from you. And about, and I could probably make it right now. I've got like an eighth of a tank. So I don't even know if I can get out of Arizona. Oh man, I'm so fucked. My van's fixed. My van's fixed. But yeah, maybe we could talk about that if I can get up to Reno, Dave. You just hightailed it up there. Didn't wait for a homie. Could have met up in Arizona, but no. Oh, you'll be at CC and Roy's until like July 11th. When are you going there? Where are you at? Sparking? Too hot in Reno? Oh, too hot down here. Yeah. It wasn't too bad. It's not too bad where I'm at. It's like 70s every day here. Late June. Okay. Well, maybe I could fly back. Shit. Oh, from Reno to Sacramento isn't that far, though. And it'll be summer, so the mountain pass will be fine. That might actually work. I wouldn't mind seeing CC and Roy, too. Oh, right now you're in Wyoming. That's cool. Where are you headed for the summer? Do you have any, like, great destinations? You're on your way to spearfish in Wyoming? Where are you spearfishing in Wyoming? I was expecting you were near ocean or something. You're on a spearfish in Wyoming? Never even heard of that. I think Wyoming, I think of like, you're going to learn to lasso or something. They're going to Amsterdam with Nemo. Fuck yeah. That's interesting that they'd be going there with Nemo. South Dakota, North Dakota. Oh, do you know what? Um, there's a good possibility I'll be going through the Dakotas this summer too. There's a good friend of mine up there I would like to see. We hadn't talked in a couple years, and we talked yesterday for the first time in a while. So we reconnected. They're in South Dakota, so it's a possibility I'll be rolling through there. Oh, Spearfish is a city in Wyoming. Oh, that makes so much more sense than you going spearfishing in Wyoming. Okay, mystery solved. Holy shit. Okay. All right. All right. Yeah. All right. All right. Yep. That's pretty funny. Why would they name it that? It's like going to Florida. I'm going to skiing Florida. I'm in Florida. I'm about to go skiing. Spearfishing. Greetings. Hey, what's up, Indrid? Yeah, this is fun. Well, I didn't know that. So glad everyone else knew that. Stayed in Spearfish Road to Sturgis. I bet you Alicia knew that. I bet you Alicia totally knows that. And if Alicia's listening right now, I bet she's cracking up because she does Sturgis. She was a go-go dancer at Sturgis for a long time and a bartender. I bet she's laughing at the gym, working out. Y'all make me want to roll another one. I don't even remember what we were talking about before that. Before I inserted my foot in my mouth. But I was saying there's a good possibility I'll be going to the Dakotas because there's a friend of mine there that I would like to go see. Maybe I'll do it on the way to the Upper Peninsula if I drive out. But nevertheless, my goal is to, I guess, either make it to Reno if Dave doesn't mind watching Zag for a month, or to make it to Zag is so easy to babysit too. Or make it to Oregon because I have friends up there that would babysit her too. That's my goal. Hey, what's up, Fart Sack Jack? Still a weird fucking name, dude. Can't believe you make me say that when I have to talk to you. I have to say Fart Sack. Like you want me to call you that. Sturgis Bike Week rocks the town, otherwise it's a ghost town. Yeah, I've heard that. It's like that in Slabs too. Not Sturgis, but like the fact that it gets these big rushes, and then in the summer it's a ghost town. Everyone's switching to summer hours right now. Myrtle Beach is like that too. When it's off season, it just becomes a ghost town. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The week before rally is the best week. Best part of hearing all the little ladies in the auctions having to say it. Yep. 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 I might have to go. I think that on my way through Vegas, first of all, if I can get some traveling money together, on my way through Vegas, I would like to I gotta check my mail because I got mail sitting there, and maybe I can get some food boxes or something there that I could throw in here. I obviously can't. Maybe I don't have a fridge, so it would have to be like non-perishable stuff that they give me. But nevertheless, um, that would get me, some food in my belly and stuff until payday. God, it sucks really. Like it's stressing me out because I got 3 weeks till payday. But it is what it is. We should go spearfishing in Bullhead. I do be liking Bullhead City. I have a friend of mine that lives in Lake Havasu, an old army buddy of mine. Um, so I do like that area. Bullhead City actually and Laughlin has one of the coolest camp spots nearby. I love it there. Um, but I think I'm gonna be hitting Vegas and then going towards Reno. It's just a matter right now. I'm just kind of stuck in Arizona, to be honest with you. Either I spend all of my money. I have enough money for a tank of gas. Basically, it's what I got. Is I could get a tank of gas out and boogie on down the road. But then I've got no money for food, dog food. I got no money for jack shit. So, um, I might, if you want to hang out, you might have to just roll through Arizona somewhere. I might be in Arizona. There was somebody that was watching that was um, watching from Flagstaff. And I was wondering if they were still around because I'm not too far from Flagstaff. I've been to Sturgis many times, still haven't been to Daytona. I haven't been there either. I've been to Daytona, but not during bike week. Um, I know Alicia has. She used to do all the bike weeks. Like she would go to all the bike weeks in the country and be a bartender, the go-go dancers, and but now she's doing festivals. You were in Apache Junction. Oh, okay, yeah, that's not too far away. But now you're on your way to go spearfishing in Wyoming. Maybe Myrtle Creek to the Keys, not Daytona. Redwood Run and 2000s best ever. I do like the Keys. But fun fact about the Keys is, did you know that it is an arrestable offense to sleep in your vehicle in the Keys? And I was like pretty new to van life when I found that out the hard way. They arrested me, they took me down to the station, they impounded my van, they released me the next morning without any charges, and I had to get my van out of impound. So, Four Corners rocks. Yeah, I've been there. Yep, have to use a tent. Dave says not if you're fishing. I didn't know that. Where I was parked at, it wasn't anywhere near somewhere to fish, so maybe I should have done it differently. And Laughlin in the O2 at the shootout in Harris. Oh, in Laughlin O2 in the shootout in Harris. I do like Laughlin, Bullhead City. That is a cool area. How old is everyone in here? Who's the oldest? Who's the oldest follower I got? Which one of you guys wins? The oldest person in the live stream. Is it me? Because I just hit 40. Now I'm officially old. I'm pretty sure that's like that's the rule. Like once you hit 40, you're finally old. Darren's 41. All right, you got me by a year. You're the oldest so far. Carol's beat you by 56. Hell yeah, Carol. Carol, Darren. Lisa, 54. Man, I remember the times when that did seem old, and now I'm just like, oh, you guys are just like 10 years older. Jesus Christ, I'm old. I finally made it. Mischief, 60 this month. Carol is the oldest. She was born in 1776. That is the same age as our country. Sparking says 43. Is that your husband, Carol? You're going to let him talk to you like that? Who can do the math? How many years is that? 350? Zygon, 57. Dave, I know you're old. 47 in August. In August, bro, you're 46 then, dude. You're 46 years. In August, we can talk about 47. But right now, it's May. If you're rounding up that high, you might as well just start saying 50. You're 50. My Cash App, I do have a Cash App. It's hashtag Zig0420. Feels like 147, Dave says. Cause and I are birthday twins. He's just a year younger. That's cool. If looks could kill, I'd be dead. So I have okay. This is a birthday twin thing. You sparked a memory from not too long ago. Alicia and I, she was talking about how she had a birthday twin, this friend of hers or whatever, or this person that she knew. And I was like, I've never met a birthday twin before. I've never met somebody with my birthday. I've had friends that were close, like our birthdays were close, but it was never the same day. And then the next day or like later that day, one of her friends turns out that we have the same birthday. So I met a birthday twin finally after being like, never done that before. And I was like, holy shit. Oh, damn, we were just talking about like, yeah, that was pretty interesting. Going full time, collect Social Security and pension from an employment department. You worked for the employment department too? Where? In Oregon? Because I worked for the employment department in Oregon also. Says no user. Why does that keep happening? It happened to Dave too. I'm not sure why. I have no idea why. I even sent Dave a link and it didn't work. So I'm not really sure what's going on with my Cash App. A few other people were able to donate as well. I've gotten a couple of donations from Carol today um, on my Cash App. So, I mean, it's working. I don't know. You got to use the cash tag symbol and then Zig, capital Z, IG, and then 0420. I'm not really sure why it wouldn't. I also have a PayPal and a Venmo as well. I don't know if you use those, but if you go to my I can't post anything. Let me see actually if maybe I could. Um Otherwise I would post all my links, but my link tree. Well, this phone's so smashed up it barely works. I can't even like turn the volume down. Hashtag Zig0420. I don't know if it has to be a capital Z or not. But that is it. That's the one. That's me. But Dave was having that issue earlier too. I'm not really sure why. Honestly, I'm not sure. I wonder if you need to update your Cash App, maybe? I'm not sure. It's a bummer. It's a bummer. Um, let's see here. Let's see, huh? Thanks, Mischief. The van is almost fixed. Title of the live stream, and it's true. The van's almost fixed. I've done so much work to this thing already. It came through. Um, Shows small case for you. I don't know if it matters. Shows big case for me. It might not be case sensitive. I'm not sure. Um, Here, let me see if this works. How about that? There's a link that y'all can click. Hopefully that helps. And then I'm looking for my link tree link. There it is. There's all of my links. You can click on it and it'll have all my social media. It'll have my Instagram, my Facebook. You can hit me up on those. It'll have my email. To be completely honest with you, my email might be the best way to reach out to me. But Facebook is also a good option. My name on Facebook is Zig as well, but you might find my Babylonian name on there. Zig on your Morse shows small case could be a problem. Hey, Dave's Cash App just went through. I just got Dave's. Thanks, Dave. Appreciate that, dude. Got a tenner from Dave. He got 10 on it. Appreciate you, dude. That link worked. It's the same link I sent you. Yeah, that's my Babylonian name. That's the name my mama gave me. Jimmy. Actually, my dad gave me. It's my grandfather's name, as a matter of fact. But I don't. No one calls me that. Well, that's not true. Like 4 people in the world call me that. You make it up to the UP, that would be a great place for a meet and greet. Recommend checking out Big Springs in Fayette State Park. If I make it to the UP, you're gonna have to remind me of that, Lisa, because I'm not gonna remember it. And I just got that donation. Thanks, Jason. I'm assuming that's you. Um, that's the name my mama gave me. 20 years at Central Office. Oh, dude, I've been to Central Office a time or two. I was one of two leavers, the local veteran employment representative. But then we became a regional one. Sparkins SC, I'm not a troll. No, I got the impression at first, but you're not. I could tell. Um, I get trolls. It's a thing. I'm sure if you ever start a channel about you rolling around in your electric vehicle, dude, you would get some trolls, but you might have a lot of fun. That might actually be worth considering. Dave's like, I'm a troll. Don't get me wrong, I've had my trolling moments, and I absolutely loved that season of South Park where Gerald was trolling. That was like, oh, that was just pure comedy. But I want my YouTube channel to be a good echo chamber, right? Like, so I want it to be a positive experience for everyone involved. And so I just weed out the trolls. It's already in the works. I bought all the camera setup. That's cool, dude. If you ever have any questions about YouTube and stuff, let me know. But you're gonna have to expect it's gonna be like a slow grind to get monetized. Of just working, and it seemingly you're gonna want it to be a hobby, not like a income, if that makes sense. Which right now, my hobby is suffering because this was my good camera, and the camera on this phone has got one of these like glass lenses missing on the camera that I usually use. So, oh, you got 1,200 subs. That's sick, dude. Or you got the watch hours down yet? I struggled with the watch hours. Like I had the subs, but not the watch hours. I'm gonna check out your channel after the live stream. Oh, UI tax compliance specialist. Yep. I know what you did. I know what you did, Mischief. Unless you're a female and show skin, take right off. That's unfortunately kind of true. If you are, like, sex sells, and there's nothing wrong with it. I'm not shaming it, but it is true. Like, I feel in the social media game, like the sexy women are the good looking women, even if they're not being promiscuous or they're not showing a lot of skin, they're just going to get ahead in the social media game quicker than a dude would. It just is what it is. And like, it's not a complaint, it's just a fact. It's just the world that we live in. Did PayPal work? Let me take a look. I don't know. I'm not sure. Let me I didn't get a notification for it, but oh wait. Right. Let's see. It might have gone through. Yes, it did. It went through. I got it. Thank you, Lisa. Lisa just sent $20 too. Oh, you guys are amazing. You guys really are awesome. I really appreciate it. Like, I'm genuinely grateful. Like, that's $20. That's food for a day. You know, that's enough for me to eat. Maybe I could probably stretch that 2 days if we're being honest. So, like, you're keeping my belly full. That's a month's worth of food for Zag. Let me catch up on these. The UP is like 6-7 hours north of us. Could meet in Cadillac. I'm not sure where Cadillac is, but like, it seems like there's a lot of people in that general area. I wonder if I went to the UP and got like some group campsite and just invited everyone for a weekend to come camp, if you guys would be up for it. Like, if anyone's in that area and they're like, all right, this is the meet and greet, like, come on, check this out. A buddy of mine who's kind of famous took him a few months on his YouTube channel before it took off. Matt Brown, Alaskan Bush People. Oh, I think I've seen his channel. Um, I've met a few like YouTubers coming through the slabs with quite a few followers, and um, what was I saying? Nick Johnson is one of them, and he's got like 100 and something thousand subscribers, and the other guy isn't Matt Brown, but I'm trying to remember his damn name. Anyways, like another. Uh, I was interviewed by the Dodo Men, which is like a Japanese YouTube channel that has like million subscribers or something, and I wasn't able to, like, they didn't pitch my channel at all. Lisa says, I'm in 2 hours from me, lots of great campgrounds. Critter says, hey brother, that's what family does. It helps one another. Thanks, Critter. I appreciate that. Bro, I know you are, because a couple years ago when I started this journey, I had no money and living on dollar crisp chicken sandwiches and dollar drinks from McDonald's, and $5 last me a whole day. I tend to try to buy things like, instead of going to fast food, like I might get a dopamine meal. That's what I call it. Where I spend money and get it from McDonald's instead, but it's cheaper for me to just set up a camp and cook at the camp and do that, which is what I'll be doing when this live stream's over. Um, I'll be going back up to camp and setting up a little kitchen real quick and cooking breakfast for dinner. I've got some sausages down here and eggs and cheese that I gotta cook, because I don't even have a cooler. I'm just kind of starting over. I'm literally rebuilding, and right now I'm rebuilding from the bottom up and doing the gas line and the brakes and the suspension. And I'm about $2,500 into it, and it's now it's not dangerous to drive, so I'm super grateful for that. But like I said, it still needs the alignment and a motor mount. And then I'm like, honestly, I think that's one day I'll need tires, but like that's really it. The alignment, which will be like, maybe I can get it for like $100, $200, but the motor mounts are $100 plus labor, which who knows. And I still owe the mechanic for the labor that he's done. See you, Dave. Take care, dude. Yeah, I'll hit you up, bro. Fowler, Makery, and Mischief is fun to watch, though. Greg Ovens were on Alone season 3. Hard-boiled eggs. That's actually not a bad idea. Did you name your van yet? So there's a couple of things rattling around my head. One of them, I was considering naming it Your Mom, because right now your mom is costing me a lot of money, and I had to replace your mom's brakes and rotors, and I had to replace your mom's suspension, and your mom had a gas leak, and it stunk a lot, and I had to get that hose fixed. Your mom has costed me a lot of money, so that's coming to my mind. But then I really would feel weird about rooting her on. Like, come on, your mom, you got this hill, you got this. Hang together, your mom. You know, that doesn't really hit. So maybe it'll be your mom when she's in trouble. And then I'll have to think, like, someone suggested Stormtrooper, and I was like, oh, I can see that. But I also like the woman thing. I don't know. Maybe Bonnie, like Bonnie and Clyde. But I'm not Clyde. I don't have a Clyde, so that really doesn't make any damn sense either, does it? Highest donation gets to name the van. That's a silent auction for the naming of the van. Oh, that could be a good idea. But somebody could really screw me over on the name of the van. Carol says mine's Matilda. Oh, that's cool. That's a cute name. Highest donation. I don't know how to set that up. I mean, like for the next week, highest donation gets to name the van, and then someone names it something fucking ridiculous, and I'm stuck with it with my YouTube forever. They would have to keep it. There'd have to be some rules for the naming. Yeah, I do have. I would do it honestly. Like I would just if somebody like if we did the highest donation gets to name the van and donations rolled in and people actually wanted to do it, like I'd be down. Like you could name it, you know, silly. You just have to keep it YouTube appropriate. Like there's some rule. There'd have to be some like guidelines and some boundaries. Like couldn't name it like I'm not gonna be riding around in something named Jeffrey Epstein. Like let's not do that. Um, like let's just keep politics out of it. Even though Epstein's not politics, he's just a sicko. But I don't want to be riding around in no Hillary Clinton either. Yep, you could rebid it later. Honestly, right now, like my biggest concern is paying back the mechanic because he's floating me $500 for the work that he's done, and on just a handshake. And so I want to make sure I get out from under him and he gets paid for the work that he did. Sure gets you into Bend. Yeah, that's the ultimate goal is to either get to Bend or at least to Reno. If I can get to Reno and Dave Lowe is really serious about watching my dog for me, I could fly out to the East Coast. I could work for a few weeks and make a few grand, fly back, and take care of the rest of the repairs on the van. I would have to put my van in storage though. That would be the other thing. And I don't really can't do that, can I? Dave and I are gonna have to talk. He just took off, but him and I'll have to chat about that. You guys got me for another 20 minutes or so, and then I'm gonna boogie on out of here and cook some dinner. Both vans. I do have another van in Oregon with a blown engine, and I like it more. I like that van more. So I'm thinking, what if I get this thing titled under my name and then I sell it and I try to get at least my money back for it, like $3,500, right? And then I also have my retirement money coming and then the money I get for working. And I pool all this money together and I get the old van's engine fixed. Now, if I do that, I won't have a vehicle again for a while. Like 13 weeks is what I was quoted. And um I won't have an engine or I won't have a vehicle for a while and I won't it'll just be all of my money again to get this van fixed and it's an 84, so if I got it fixed, I am worried there'd be something else next, right? Like it's an older van, so like I spend all this money getting the engine fixed and the fucking suspension goes or something like that. So that's a concern. So I'm feeling like I don't know what the solution is. I really can't afford having a vehicle that's reliable. Like that's not in my future. I think I'm just gonna be struggling through vehicles. But I've tossed around the idea. I mentioned this earlier. I've tossed around the idea of hitting up some like veteran homeless organization and seeing if they could put me in a house and then help me get my disability raised, because I've been doing this now over 10 years and I gotta say I'm tired. I'm a little bit tired. Um, it's been so much fun, but I have these moments where I'm getting a bit burnt out from how difficult the road can get. And what I'm going through right now is, the hell's that noise? Sorry. I think there's a snake right outside my van because I think I just heard a rattle. Anyways, um, What was I saying? That was trippy. There was some like rattler noise right outside the passenger side of the van, so threw me off. But in any case, um, completely forgot what I was talking about. Halfway through this, it's doing its job. Drive the van that's running, junk the other. It's not a terrible idea. And then I could just put all the money into this thing to keep it going. But the other van, here's the advantages of the other van. It was a high top van. I could stand up in it. It had a sink and an onboard propane tank. It was a Class B van with a cab over bed. And I can't stand up in this thing. I've done the minivan thing before. This isn't my first minivan. I started in a minivan. So now I'm like back to the minivan, literally starting back over. But when I started, I had a bigger cushion underneath me. Now I don't have much of a cushion. Sound like Zag in a cheese wrapper. No, Zag's just literally sleeping right here on this blanket. She's asleep. I don't know what that noise was. Fart Sack says, but it runs. Where are you? Right now I'm in Arizona. The goal is to survive the rest of the month and make it to Reno or Oregon. That's my goal. But the van's not quite. I don't know, man. Like the alignment's pretty off. But I think I could probably make it to Reno without blowing a tire. The cost of living isn't that bad here. Where's here? I think that if I was to like house up somewhere, even just temporarily, it would probably be in Las Vegas. Um, for a few reasons, like not really for the strip or anything, but because I don't know if you've looked at the rent in Vegas, but it's pretty low for like the West Coast cities. It's the cheapest one that you'll find. It's a hub that everyone goes to. All your friends are going to roll through Vegas. It's a nice hub for the Southwest. Flights are cheap in and out of there. Um, Weed's legal. And the pine forest is just a few hours away. You could drive to the pine forest and go skiing, or you could drive a few hours the other way and go to the beach. Like, there's a lot of good right there in Vegas. I kind of like that area. It's a great gateway to a lot of the national parks too. Like, there's a few around. Killer food. True. Vegas has good food. You can always find 24 hours a day, you're gonna find something to eat if you're hungry. Um, like I said, it's cheap to live there. Vegas housing costs just exploded by 30%. Yeah, and it's still cheap. I know people are complaining about that. Compare it to Portland. Compare it to Bend. Compare it to anywhere in California has that size of a population. Um, it's still the cheapest one, even if it has gone up 30%. You can get a circle on Fremont Street and make flowers for tips. That's so funny. I don't know how to make flowers. I know exactly what you're talking about. I don't think those people make any money. But that is funny, dude. That was a good one. We are 7 miles from the Michigan Indiana state line. Right in here is around 900, including utilities. That's pretty good. Sparking says, "What happened to that girl that you went to the river or lake with?" That's still one of my favorite videos. That's Alicia. She just went to the East Coast, you guys. We've been working all those festivals down here in the Southwest all winter long, and she just went out to the East Coast. Um, if I can get to Reno or Oregon by the end of this month, then I will be able to fly out and meet up with her, with Alicia, and we'll work Bonnaroo and we'll work Electric Forest together. And that'll be like I should make quite a bit of money at these events. But it's just a matter of getting Zag. She needs to be puppy sit. I need to find someone to watch her. Dave offered to watch her, and then if I get to Oregon, I have a friend that I'm pretty sure would watch her too. So been checking out rents, $11.50 for 2 bedrooms in Vegas. Not bad at all, and they're actual houses. You know, like they're ticky tacky little boxes, but yeah, the housing in Vegas is pretty cheap compared to like a 2 bedroom house in Bend is gonna be $2,500 at least. There's this dude that dresses and dances, looks like Madonna. Mandonna, he makes serious bank, but he works his ass off dancing. Houses are not cheap in Central Oregon, that's for sure. No, they're not. And when I was a kid, they were actually. My dad was not rich by any means, but we lived in a good neighborhood in a decent house, and um, there's no way that we would be able to afford it today. Where are these events at? I'm not honestly 100%. I think one's in Tennessee, and then the other one's, I don't know where Electric Forest is, to be honest with you. North Dakota, cheap rent, but chilly. That's another thing about Vegas. About the Vegas is we're not gonna get snow. I don't like snow. I don't want to get snowed on. Unfortunately, in the summer, it can get some gnarly ass heat waves in Vegas, so you just gotta stay indoors quite a bit. Just like when you when it snows. So like you gotta stay indoors quite a bit. But the summers there are quick, and then it's like it's a pretty mild climate. Lake Mead's right there. Like there's a lot of things I like about Vegas. There's great food in Vegas. There really is. North Dakota. Oh, guy needs $5,000 to get into. Yeah, that's true. Just like for like the first last deposit, they make it. I don't know how. It's impossible without help. It really is. Hey, Carol, there she is. What a bro dog. I want to live off my Harley. You ever watch Scooter Tramp Scotty? No, but I've definitely considered doing the motorcycle thing. I think I would. I keep turning it down because of Zag, but I think maybe down the road I could do a motorcycle. I could try living off of a motorcycle. Man, like I've already like gotten rid of so many creature comforts that getting rid of all the one creature comfort that keeps sending me back into a vehicle is a mattress. I wish I could live off a wheelchair. Darren says, "You know what? I know that you're more disabled than this guy, but I have met a guy in a wheelchair who was doing the van life thing. He had a utility trailer that he had like it. The ramp went down in the back, and he rolled up into it, and everything he needed, he built it all out, so everything he needed was on the left and the right of him, and his bed was at the end, and his chair fit right through it perfectly, and it was all made to spec specifically for him. um but he was a paraplegic, not a quad. So it's a hard life. 3 years on a Harley only. It's a young man's game. Yeah, that's the other thing is riding a bike for that long. Like if you had to do like a 15-hour ride, like that would fucking hurt. Honestly, like sitting like that for that long. But if I was to ever do anything like that, I would think if I was to ever do anything like that, I think that maybe I would have a van pulling a trailer with a motorcycle on it, or maybe a van that could carry a motorcycle on the tow hitch. And then I could go on short adventures, short rides. Like I could see myself doing that. He used to write for Easy Rider, just been writing and working festivals for years. No, I haven't heard of that guy. I'll have to check it out. I'd watch Zag if you're over here. Her and Wookie can chill. Oh, I know who you are. You guys want to see something? Let me see. Hang on. Let me see if I can catch this in time. Shit. How do I get out of this? Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm doing. There we go. I'll show you something. She's dreaming. Mattress. Priceless. Yeah, we could talk, dude. Maybe her and Wookie could chill. 300,000 miles on Iron Horse. You see her twitching? I almost never catch this on film. But I think that if I keep talking, maybe she'll stay asleep and keep chasing whatever she's chasing in her dreams. She'll do some like really quiet barks sometimes too while she's sleeping. I think sometimes whatever she's chasing, she actually gets. Because she'll wake up like surprised. Okay. I want to ride from Alaska all the way down the PCH to Mexico. Want my dad to go, but I didn't think that's going to happen. You know, like motorcycle riding is the one thing that that's like the one hobby my dad and I ended up developing as adults together. Like I grew up on the back of his motorcycle, but once I started riding, like that was a thing we could do together. And he's gone now. Like he's been gone for. That's probably one of the things that stemmed like my plans to travel, because this was kind of what he wanted to do with his retirement. So, any case, yeah, when I ride, it kind of reminds me of what we used to do together. Oh man, she's twitching even more now. Oh, I think it's my voice. If I just keep talking like I'm live streaming, she'll just keep going. Oh, but she stops when I film her. It's so hard to get this on film. It's so frustrating because every time I try to film her doing cute stuff, she stops. And she's asleep and she stops. Like even when she's awake, she does this. If she's doing something cute, I pull out my camera, she'll stop doing it. And then like she knows, dude. I think that she knows. And now she's asleep and doing it. It's I never catch the cute shit. Like her first bark was the cutest thing a dog's ever done in history of Earth. Um, Her first bark was we were at this inside of the cabin at the Ponderosa, and she was like, it was before it was ever called the Ponderosa, and she hears somebody walk past the cabin, and she's super little, right? Like she could fit in my hoodie pocket. Her head would poke out of my hoodie pocket when we were in Walmart. Um, so her first bark, she hears something and she goes and falls the fuck over. It was so cute. She's like this big, this cute little like puppy, and that first bark, she just tipped over, and she didn't really like barking after that. There's so much to catch up on. Crater says the weather out here is pretty much always mild, occasional storm, mild winters or a blizzard for a few days, but lots of things. University of Notre Dame, Fighting Irish. It's a 2 or 3 miles. Actually, Notre Dame would be kind of cool to check out. Like that's a historic building. Road 101 San Diego took Highway 8 to Yuma, rode through slabs in 2010, didn't stay. Yeah, most people don't. Their first time coming through slabs. They see it and they're like, oh, I'm not getting the fuck out of here. That makes sense. I get it. Totally understand. And that's the reason I would need to go and do it till I die, because that would be a good time with my pops. Yeah, go get it, puppers. Carol and I will be upgrading our bikes soon. I'm looking for the right Road King or Softail Heritage Springer. Go with Road King. Oh, you guys are talking bikes. North Dakota is a pretty campus, or Notre Dame is a pretty campus, but good dogs. They sell hot dogs there. The pretty campus is the part that I want to see. Hey, what's up, Ken? You guys caught me. You caught at the end of the live stream. It's like I've been live streaming for a couple hours. I was just gonna finish this and then go up and cook some dinner before it gets too dark. I'm losing all my daylight. I'll be cooking in the dark a little bit, but that's okay. Go dogs. Is that their sports team? Are they the dogs, the Bulldogs? Is that what they are? Notre Dame Bulldogs? I don't know. Obviously, I don't watch sports. Or do they actually sell hot dogs? Is there a dog spot on campus that I can go to? Yeah, Ken, if you're bored for the next couple hours, dude, hit rewind on the live stream and start it over. I'm about to end it so you can watch the 2 hours and then you'll be caught up, dude. The Georgia Bulldogs. Okay, so what is Notre Dame? Aren't they the Irish, the Fighting Irish? Or I don't know. See, so there's a wrinkle in there somewhere. Carol says I'm gonna have to go catch up on the part I missed. Yeah, I post all of my live streams immediately afterwards. Any of my long form content is gonna be posted 24 hours before. So my road dogs get to watch it. If you want to become a road dog, you first have to hit subscribe. And then there's a join button. And then you hit the join button. And boom, you are one of my road dogs. It doesn't even have to cost that much. I think there's a $5 option in there. And that just means you're going to support me every month forever for the rest of your life in perpetuity. Forever. Only dogs, road dogs. That's what's up. Those are the best dogs. We got the best dogs in here. We got the road dogs. And that's what Zag is. She's my road dog. And by the way, a road dog is a term that if Angie at in Slabs, her channel is my so-called Slab Life. If she hasn't done that in her dictionary translation of Slab speak, she should. What is a road dog? She should cover that. Angie, if you're watching, calling you out. Do road dog. If you've already done it, I'm sorry. Sorry, I didn't know that. But if you haven't, that's your next word, road dog. It's just like a human. It's your other person. It's somebody that you're like traveling with. They're road dogs. So if I was to go to hang out with Dave and Dave and I were going to travel together, he'd be my road dog. But Zag's also my road dog. A road dog doesn't have to be a dog. It can definitely be another nomad that's going with you. And then there's a greenhorn. A greenhorn is someone that's just begun. It's a term used in a lot of like roughneck terms, but the traveling community adopted it also. She's back in Babylon, Florida. I don't know if she's still doing like videos or not though. I just seen a Suzuki 800 Boulevard for sale at 2,500. Dude, I like the Boulevards actually. I did hear she went back to Babylon. I didn't know if she was doing videos or not. I got a road I got a road dog and a road cat. VTX 1300 best bike for your dollar. I think that if I was to get my dream bike, it would be a full dress BMW touring bike. I want what is it, like the KTX or something like that? Almost like the one that the cops have, but I want it to be slightly bigger, and I want to have a trailer hooked to it. BMW makes a great bike. I have a blue healer. She's a road dog. Hell yeah, dude. I'll tell you what, I traveled without Zag for a long time. It's a busier road than I expected. I'm at some trailhead. Um, I traveled without Zag for a little bit, and traveling with her versus without her, like it's such a different experience. Although having her, like if I didn't have her, it'd free me up to like travel on a motorcycle or to catch a flight to overseas somewhere. But traveling with a dog around the world, it becomes like another like problem every time you cross a border or something like that. So um Zag's got a lot of life left in her too, to be honest with you. She's half wait, like she's got another 7 years. Unless, you know, knock on wood, nothing happens, she'll live to an old lady. Angie has been doing shorts on YouTube. Good. BMW 24/7 maintenance. I don't know about that, man. I feel like that's the experience of most Harley riders. Oh man, you gotta carry oil and a wrench with you everywhere you go if you have a Harley. You don't even wave at other motorcyclists like this. You have to wave like this so you don't drop your wrench. I'm hilarious. That's all the jokes I got. That's it. That's all I got. Don't take it all too personal, guys. They're just Harleys. They're just Harleys. It's just a bike. BMW makes a better one. They do make a good bike. Even if like if you aren't a Beamer fan, I don't like their cars. I'm not gonna ever suggest somebody buys a Beamer car, but um keep your day job. Horrible joke. But if you're a Harley lover, great, cool, that's fine. Um nice. It's South Park covered, you guys. You should see that episode. But you gotta admit, you have to, that BMW does make a good motorcycle. Their cars are shit, but their motorcycles, that's what they've been doing for years. They know what they're doing. Well, fleet mechanics of any vehicle will complain about the vehicle forever. Like if it was a fleet mechanic that had just nothing but like Chevy Expresses, they would just complain about Chevy Expresses for the rest of their life. But most fleet vehicles, if especially cop vehicles, aren't driven like any vehicle I ever drove that was like not mine, like it was the US government's or the state of Oregon's. I I tried to drive it nice, but you know, you're kind of careless with it because it's not yours. You don't really care that much about it. My Sportster is gonna go into the shop on the 10th for some brake work. I love bikes, period. What's the shop right now? 125 an hour. I don't know what my mechanic charged me, but I do know how much I have left to pay him. I've given, you know, he did my brakes, my rotors, my suspension, and my fuel line and my fuel pump. Um, and I still owe him a little bit of money. BMW are okay by me. If you feel good on it, it's for you. Yeah, that's true. I traded my Harley for a van I can drive. Are you able to drive, Darren? I ride them like I stole it. Not me, man. I don't ride my bikes like I stole them. I just cruise. I like to cruise. I don't like to. Um, I mean, I've gone 100. I'm not really a speed demon though. Like, I just like to relax and go on like. Remember when you were a kid and you'd go for a bike ride on a bike? Like it's kind of the same thing. BMW Buell is awesome. All right, guys. I extended it another 10 minutes, but I'm getting a little tired and I got to go eat. So I'll see you later. I appreciate everyone who donated. You guys got me some food for a few more days, so super grateful. Love you guys. If you're watching this later, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. All my links were posted in the live chat. If you can't find live chat, check out the description. And until next time, miles of smiles, you guys. I'll see you.